Hello guys, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. We bring you Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. No high fives. This book released like 2-3 weeks ago, end of July or something. Yep.
We both recently finished reading it.
Yep.
I just realized, it's a special rehearsal edition. Does it mean there's a different edition of the book?
I think so, but yeah, we don't know. So anyways, today we are going to be discussing this book.
What we liked, what we didn't like, and ultimately what we hope to see.
There's been a lot of talk in the wizarding world out there that this book shouldn't be called the 8th book.
The 8th story.
8th story.
19 years later. Is it 19? It's not even 19 years
It is
later.
19, it says
No,
in that book.
it
epilogue.
starts
Okay.
19 years later,
And
then they skip 3 years.
In 2 pages.
Yeah,
So if we're going to talk about the bad things afterwards, man.
but still.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. First off, the good. The major good part of this entire story, hands down, is being back in Harry Potter.
Exactly. All the bad points, you can just say one thing. We are back.
Yes.
It feels so good.
We're looking at this world now through new eyes and old eyes, being the main character of Albus.
Albus Dumbledore.
Albus Severus Dumbledore. And ultimately...
Oh, Albus Severus Potter.
Fuck. I miss Dumbledore so much. You and me, man. But you don't have to miss him because this book has spoilers. Well, he's a painting, which we all
Yeah.
know.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Good bit. That's one of the biggest good bits. Going back into this magical world, it's just amazing. It's like going back home after a long vacation.
Yes, and also being able to just see the fruition of these characters now, because in the epilogue of book 7, 19 years later, we got to see them old, but we never got to see what they were doing old. We just got to see them drop their kids off.
Yeah, we just saw two pages of them saying goodbye to their kids.
Now,
And this book starts off exactly over there, like right on top. I remember reading the epilogue and then reading the first few pages of this play, and I'm going like, this feels familiar.
exactly. And that familiarity,
The warmth, the familiarity.
this isn't
Yeah.
going to be edited, Joe.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so the warmth and the familiar again.
Ultimately speaking, we just liked being back, and you can say that's because we're big Harry Potter fans.
Yeah.
Look at our first video. I'm gonna drop one of those things right here.
No, it's like there's gonna be
It's gonna
a link over
I
here.
don't think we're gonna do a link.
We are
I
gonna.
don't think we. Okay, we'll do a link. Book one?
We are gonna.
No,
do,
not that one.
we need the Philosopher's Stone.
No,
Yes.
just to be rebels. We're gonna do Fablehaven.
Yes.
Click Fablehaven to see our first Harry Potter video. We both read Fablehaven. We haven't done a video on Fablehaven.
Yeah, but
I don't
this is
think-
not the first.
There's not much to talk about Fablehaven. It's a nice read.
We are being off. We are
Oh,
getting
yes.
off topic. Okay.
Hold this now. And also in the banner.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's one of the good points. Anything else good you want to say?
It's got a few good original characters.
Scorpius. Scorpius. We need to talk about Scorpius.
Okay, we'll talk about Scorpius later. The second half of this video we'll do full spoilers, talk about everything that happened. But for now, just if you're wondering if you should read it, yes, read it. It will take you
5 hours. It took me only 5
Yeah,
hours
it'll
to read this book.
it'll take you
It looks really big.
an afternoon at solid reading. These guys, I want to give so much credit to the guys who published this book, right? Because they have done something amazing. They have made a book this big, that should be this big, look this big. This book probably has more content in it than this.
Yeah. But come on, it's a play. You can expect
It's
that.
a play written on the thickest paper in the world.
It's Harry Potter, man. You
Written
give Harry
like
Potter the
it's
best pages. available.
I think we've perfectly segued into the bell. This doesn't have a lot. It's an afternoon's worth of reading. You're not going to get that.
If you're expecting the details that J.K. Rowling put in the book, no. Just no. Because in the first 10 pages, they skip almost, 4 or 5 years?
3 years.
3 years.
They skip 3 years in the first few pages, and they brush over. It's
It's-
not that story of you would come in at the beginning of the year and you end at the end of the year. You're not
Yeah.
getting that Harry Potter story. This is more.
A brief, quick.
Yes, they introduced at the start, they sum up Albus and what he does in his years, and then in the middle, during his 4th year, they go into the actual story.
Yeah. And I think the perfect way to put this is that it's not written by J.K. Rowling. It's just her story, but it's written by Jack Thorne.
John Tiffany and Jack Thorne.
Thorne. That's a nice
Yes. And props to them. They've a massive burden on their shoulders of trying to write Harry Potter, but
Doesn't live up to that.
they just miss a few things. You might like the characters yourselves, but
They
as-
miss the spark that Rowling. Is Rowling or Rowling?
Rowling.
Rowling puts in this
Yeah,
book.
it doesn't feel like your Harry Potter books. Like I said, though we feel like we're back in the world, we don't feel like we're back with our characters, the
Okay, yes.
kids we grew up with.
Another bad point. The characters are way off. Harry Potter is not Harry Potter.
Okay.
Ron is not Ron, except for Hermione and Scorpius.
Moments of disagreement. I think Harry was pretty accurate.
Nope, he
I think-
wasn't.
You can, assuming what's happened and what they say happens to Harry, you can understand where Harry is. Ron is gone. Ron gone. Hashtag Ron gone.
Hermione was pretty,
Hermione was good.
yeah.
And the rest of the characters sort of, they had their moments. They were good.
Ginny was amazing.
Ginny had a very good, yes, Ginny was accurate. McGonagall had her moments, she had her bad moments.
Yeah.
Malfoy was,
There was a
he
bit-
had a good, he was looking like he was going to do really well.
Yeah.
But then they did nothing, and then
For that little thing, check out the spoiler video
that'll be the second half of this video. I'll put timestamp in the description so you know when
to stop. Yeah.
to stop.
Yeah.
I hate giving myself so much work.
Let's just go with it. And I hate to say this, but Albus Severus Potter was a lame, boring character. He was whining all the time. Except for the moment when he was with Scorpius, that was magical and beautiful. But
I think, okay, to conclude our ramble, I think we need to conclude our
Yeah.
ramble before we can move on to talking about those spoilers that we so darn want to chat about. I'm just rank it, I'm going to say
3.
3. I'm going to say this
What was
book.
our rating system?
I loved our rating system. We have an amazing rating system. Go check out the videos to see our rating system. But we've forgotten
Forgotten
it
for now.
because we are inconsistent and we don't have any.
Exactly.
Ultimately, I'm just going to say, read it if you loved Harry Potter, but be warned, it isn't
J.K. Rowling.
your Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
This book, okay,
I hate to give a Harry Potter book less than 5 stars, but I have to go with 3.5.
3.5. I'm going to say, I'm going to put it like a 4.5, but just know in your soul, this is not the 8th story
Yes.
19 years later. It may say the 8th story 19 years later, but it isn't. This is very good and very professional and
Fan
very well
fiction.
made fan fiction.
Yes, it's a perfect, it's a good fan fiction.
Yes, it has that flavor of just off. It doesn't, which like I said, props to John and Jack.
You call authors by their last name.
No, but I saw John and Jack go well. Though Tiffany and Thorne go well together, but John, Tiffany, and Jack Thorne, the guys who put this play, well, Jack Thorne particularly.
Yeah, because
Don't know what John Tiffany did though.
he was writing, wasn't he?
I think, yeah. Ultimately, to these guys, whoever made this book, good job. You made a play, a nice play, a fancy play, which I think everyone must love seeing, but you did not create the 8th story in Harry Potter.
John Tiffany was the director and the playwright was Jack Thorne.
There we go. This
But they worked together,
this
collab
shouldn't-
like what we are doing.
be here. This does not fit in the Harry Potter show.
It's not the 8th book. It is just a play.
About Harry Potter.
And with that, we conclude our non-spoiler review.